All right, welcome to Bringing Water to Life, everybody. Live from the Irrigation Show 2018. I am John Farner, and I have a cast of characters around me today. This is very exciting. Hopefully get a sound better today. And because you said you listened to the last podcast and our sound was off, wasn't it?
Yes, had to report that. It's going to be better this time.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. I'm looking at all of our... I'm way too loud right now. So, yeah, I think it'll be better, hopefully. I'm not a professional podcaster at all.
You got more experience than the rest of us at this table, John. So we're relying on you.
We'll see about that. Woo! So it's our first day of the Irrigation Show. Let's go around the table here. So next to me is Anne Blankenbiller. Hello, Anne. It's been a while since we've heard from you.
Right. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be here at the show. Good to be with all these great people, co-hosts that are joining us today.
Yeah. So we are at Radio Row. Look at all these people around us at Radio Row here. It's very exciting, right? Kristin Smith Eli, how are you? You are running around like a chicken with your head cut off this show. You feeling good so far?
I'm used to it.
This is your first irrigation show, isn't it?
It is.
As on staff of the Irrigation Association / Irrigation and Green Industry, right? So it's your first one. What do you think so far?
Well, I haven't had much of a chance to go around to the exhibit hall, but what I have done yesterday, I spent a lot of the day in some technical sessions and seminars, and they were just really great.
Awesome. Mary Villano,
yes.
You're a newcomer to this podcast. How are you doing?
I am doing just fine.
And so we're in your neck of the woods, right? You are from around here.
Yeah, I'm from the Valley.
Fernando,
beautiful San Fernando Valley.
There are a lot of valleys in California, because I think it's Central Valley, San Fernando Valley.
Yes.
Awesome. So you are with Irrigation and Green Industry Magazine also,
yes.
right?
Yes.
With Kristin. So you are a writer for them? Is that what you do?
Senior editor. I edit and write.
Edit and write?
She's the boss.
She's the boss. Man, I feel like she's my boss sometimes too. So, right?
Man.
Right, Ann?
Right.
Okay. And do you have a background in radio? A little birdie told me that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I did work in it for about 8 years, and I was on the air.
Listen to this. See, why don't you just take over this podcast? Because
no.
obviously I am not very good at it.
I'm not still in it, so what does that tell you?
Oh, well, hey, you know what? And then to your right, so if you pass the mic on over, sorry, Warren, you don't get any headphones. You have to share a microphone. I apologize. No, keep them on. Warren.
It's okay.
He's a volunteer. He's
I'm
cool.
a volunteer.
You're fine. So, Warren Gorwitz, how are you?
I am doing fantastic.
So you are I keep on the sound. You are the president of the Irrigation Association.
For
Mary,
he's 1.5 days more.
He's my boss's boss.
For a whole 1.5 days more.
For a whole 1.5 days more. How was your year, man? It flew by.
The year, it flew by. It's kind of hard to believe that it's actually over already so quickly. But it's been a good year. It's been a good year. It's interesting to reflect back on all the things that have happened this year with the association, but even just in the industry and in the world, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
And
it's been quite the year, man.
No,
so if it was one thing you remember, one thing that I'm going to say proud of, but one of the things that is going to stick out in your mind from the past year, what would that be?
Wow. The thing that sticks out.
And it's okay to say working with the staff. It's okay to say that.
It's actually interesting that you mentioned that, because I had the opportunity to have every other week call with Deborah Hamlin, CEO of the Irrigation Association.
She is the most elusive person in the world, because she has yet to be on this podcast.
She's never been on the podcast?
She's never been on this podcast. Okay, so you are still her boss for the next day and a half,
So then
right?
I need to command her.
Yes, command her, direct her to get on this
Sorry.
podcast.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have a discussion with her later during our rehearsal for the general session.
Right, yeah.
But actually, that was probably one of the most memorable things for me, was the opportunity so we got on the phone every other week to talk about the association, work on things that were going on. So I got to learn all the inner politics stuff going on inside the association, but also hopefully have an impact.
Inner politics, whew.
We'll just leave it at that.
Man.
But, in my first board meeting that I ran in person, which we did in the spring, I actually was able to finish the meeting an hour and a half early, so I was very proud of that as well.
All right, that's
so
right.
being
very
efficient
good.
with my time and keeping everybody on task. No, but, this year has been a good year. It's been a good year for the association as we venture out into the new world and the publishing world with Irrigation and Green Industry Magazine.
And Irrigation Today, which Anne is the editor-in-chief of. Yeah.
Both magazines, and it's neat to see our organization get out there in the media world and continue to get more traction and publicize the benefits of what our members do every
Great.
day, and that's what's important.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you listened to any of our newer podcasts? I know you listen to the old podcasts.
No, I have not.
You have not listened to any new ones. So
I need to. Is there a game that you're going to play right now?
Well, it's not the
Because I know you
birthday
used to play
game.
that one with Elizabeth. But anyway.
Yeah. She's the person
Guess
who
the age,
shall not
right?
be named
Okay.
because she's no longer with the Irrigation
I'm
Association.
sorry.
She's like
Okay.
Voldemort. So.
No. Whose birthday is it today or
No.
something like that?
No. We play something called What Do You Got, which is something that is in our minds that we've experienced. That is just something that's front of mind. I mean, I know you've been sick the past few days, so that could be What Do You Got, or it could be something that happened to you last week. It's Hanukkah this week, so some of your experiences there. So what do you got, Warren? What's up?
It's being here at the Irrigation Show with all of my friends that have kind of become like my second family. It's part of my speech tomorrow for the general session.
Will there be tears?
There will be a few tears. Yes.
From you or from me? Or both?
From both.
Okay.
Yeah. there
All
will
right.
be.
Make Deborah cry. That's your goal. Make Deborah cry.
Okay.
That's good, Mary. We'll go this way. So pass the mic back over to Mary. Mary, what do you got? What's new? What's up in your world?
What's up in my world?
Now, professional, personal, doesn't matter.
Well, what's up is that I'm thrilled to be working for the Irrigation Association because I was with Irrigation and Green Industry Magazine before. It became part of the IA, and I learned an awful lot doing that. But since then, it's just been great because I got an opportunity to go to GIE, and now I'm here, and I never got that opportunity before.
Yeah.
And there's so much learning and networking that you can do, and it's just fascinating.
Yeah, good. No, we're happy to have you guys on board. It's like we are like one big family, members as well as staff. So it's kind of there is a stream, there's a connection between the staff and the members. In fact, I saw 4 guys who I know from the Central Valley of California. They're all in the drip industry, and I walk up and I was like, "You guys are some of my 4 favorite people. You're all standing talking to each other. What's up? How's it going?" So it's things like that you see. So, Kristin, what do you got? What's new?
Well, I was just thinking.
You were also just in Fairfax, so you were also like, it's weird. I feel like I just saw you.
I know.
I know, right? Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's okay. Good to see you. Good to see you again on my neck of the woods. So we were just talking about the changes that have taken place with the publications, and I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary with the Irrigation Association and Irrigation
That's great.
and Green Industry
Look at that.
Magazine yesterday, and so what a great way to celebrate at the show. Getting to, I love coming to Long Beach. It's even when I lived back east, I always enjoyed coming to Long Beach. It's a great city, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I went for a run. Have you run yet, Warren? Oh yeah, you were sick. That's right.
No, but at breakfast this morning, I ran into Richard Rastusha, who was out for a run, and he said, I was out for a run, and then all of a sudden it started to rain, and well, do I keep going, or do I turn back? But
so I talked about Richard. I saw him yesterday. I was on my way out for a run. I was in the lobby. I was like, hey, what's up? So we just kind of talked for a little while. We didn't run together, but I ran out by the marina and then down back along the beach, and that was pretty cool. That was fun.
Long Beach has changed over the years. I mean, I used to live here in Southern California, and so I was here quite frequently, but it's really changed over the years.
Yeah.
It's really blossoming. And
it's very cool.
The thing I miss about living in Southern California now that I live in Phoenix is the water, and so it's always magical to see the ocean.
I thought you meant all the water that's in Southern California. I'm like, what water around here?
I'm talking about
although
the
it
beach.
is raining. It never rains in California.
It's raining
Irrigation's
during
here,
the Irrigation
so
Show, which should be hopefully good. Hopefully people will come in and check out all the stuff at the show because they can't do work.
Anne, what do you got?
Okay, I have probably a bizarre what do you got. I'm going to blow your socks off. There was something that I caught on the internet today, and it's been stuck in my mind. I can't get it out. Have you heard about the cow in Australia that is 6'4" tall? His name is Knickers. And there's video of this cow out in a pasture with other regular-sized steers, and he's so much larger than the rest of them. It's crazy. And the point is he's too large to be slaughtered. There's equipment can't handle it. Anyway.
I have a question.
Yes.
So 6'4" from hoof to head upright, or lengthwise?
I don't have those details, John. Well,
okay.
He's and I don't know. It's from hoof to either his back, or hoof to head.
So if the cow was standing up at 6'4",
he
wow,
would
that
be
is
towering
gigantic.
all of us. But you know who he would not be towering?
Yeah.
Mark Eaton. That's what made me think of this. You
Yeah.
know, our keynote speaker who just spoke this morning, Mark Eaton, which if you don't know him, haven't heard of him, he's a former NBA All-Star basketball player, and he is 7 feet 4 inches tall. Which, you know, it sounds tall, but when you stand next to him or you see him, you realize how incredibly tall that is. And you know what's interesting about him, and he may have talked about this morning, I missed most of his presentation, but he didn't even play basketball until after high school. He was working as a mechanic, and a junior college assistant basketball coach came to have his car fixed and saw him, which, you know, what basketball coach wouldn't look at a 7 foot 4 inch tall individual and say, would you like to come join the team? And that's how he got into basketball. I want to say he maybe still holds the record for a number of blocks in a season.
I think so, yeah.
He does.
That story that you just told was kind of the crux of his speech.
Okay.
And
well,
so, yeah. Spoiler alert.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just gave you the summary right
so,
there.
Warren, you had the opportunity to introduce Mark Eaton up on stage, and I had a pleasure and a privilege to spend the whole morning with him. And you're absolutely right. And when you walk up to him, I met him last night, and when I walked up, it's kind of things where we met in the hotel lobby. It was in the evening hours. And I was coming down an escalator, I stood by the registration table, and he came around the elevator bank to meet with me to go over the details for today. And it was one of those things where it's obvious who it is, right? He sticks out like a sore thumb. I mean, he's right there. But the closer he gets, the bigger he gets. And you're kind of looking up at him like, wow, you have no idea just how big he is. So it was pretty amazing. You got to introduce him on stage, too, which is pretty cool.
I did, and it's such a nice guy, too. He had such a great story that we were just hearing about. And, he made it a point when we were kind of setting everything up. He said, well, I was supposed to walk off stage after I introduced him, and he said, no, I want you to stand next to me so people can, and all my colleagues afterwards were like, oh, that was a great photo opportunity with the two of you standing next to each other. It was quite, but his message today was great. And I would also second getting his new book, The 4 Commitments of a Winning Team.
It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Spot on.
Yeah. So that's also my what do you got. I'm not going to bore anybody with me, but
Sorry,
last night,
John,
last night was
no.
Last night meeting him was just, it was surreal. You don't realize how big 7'4" is until you're right next to the person.
But you've had a chance to meet some really interesting keynote speakers over the years for the association.
Yeah,
who would you say is your? I'm going to put you on the spot.
No, it's fine.
Who would you say has been your favorite?
Most
memorable. Let's call him
most memorable is by far Nolan Ryan. Mark Eaton will be memorable. Nolan Ryan was by far the most memorable. And just a quick story, and I'll go back to Kristin about something real fast. When Nolan Ryan, and I told the story to Mark Eaton today too, and I may have told you this story in the past. When we bring the keynote speaker, Nolan, you had to bring through the back of the house, which is through the kitchen and through the back area, because he would be stopped everywhere for autographs and pictures and things like that. So we had to bring him. I had to learn the back of the house in the Austin Convention Center because you can get lost back there. So we go up, and we're in the green room behind the stage, and we're standing there. And like Mark Eaton, he had a video of his highlights that he played. So I told you the story. A video of the highlights that he played before he's introduced on stage. So the guy he was with, the voice of the Texas Rangers, goes on stage and starts talking about Nolan Ryan. Then the video starts playing. I turn around and Nolan Ryan is nowhere to be found. I have no idea where he is. This green room is probably the size of this table and that table put together.
It's not really green, I learned.
No, it's black pipe and drape is what it is.
But they call it the green room.
It's called the green. So we're back behind the stage, and I have no idea where Nolan Ryan is. And our marketing director at the time was with me because she was kind of working on the backstage stuff. And it's like, Kathleen, where is Nolan Ryan? I cannot find Nolan Ryan. I have no idea where he is. And the video is playing, and he is being introduced to go walk up the stairs to go on stage in 60 seconds. I look around the corner, and he is standing there all by himself, looking at the highlights of himself. And here is a Hall of Fame pitcher standing there alone, looking up at the highlights of himself. And I got my phone, I took a picture real quick. I was like, how cool is this? Seeing him, and it was only me and him, and no one else was there. And he had no idea I was looking at him, too. So it was very cool. It was really cool. So, Kristin, we're going to end here in the next few minutes because you have somewhere to go. Where are you going right after this? What are you doing?
Oh, well, I was invited to be a panelist for the TOCA Fireside Chat.
So TOCA is what?
It is the Turf and Ornamental Communicators Association. Great group of individuals trying to really bridge the gap between the magazine world and the publication world, along with the...
I'm showing a picture of Krista herself right now. Can you autograph for this name when we're all done?
I sure
Please?
can.
Okay, sweet. Thank you very much. Okay.
So they're trying to bring, like the media, like us, like the IGIN and Irrigation Today, folks that work on magazines, with the, the PR and marketing people.
Yeah.
And try to really figure out the best ways to communicate with each other.
Good.
And I had the opportunity at GIE Expo to sit and watch a panel, and it's a really, really great exchange. So I'm hoping for the same thing.
I hope so
today.
too. No, you did a great job. I saw you were on that panel. I was like, wow, great. Warren, do you remember when you and I were at a TOCA conference way back in the day?
I do.
In North Carolina?
Was that in Asheville, wasn't it?
It was in Asheville.
Yes.
It was Oak. It wasn't the Biltmore. It was the other one.
It was the other one. That really not creepy, but it was kind of a weird old hotel. It was cool though.
This hotel, I still have. I bought like a jacket from it, and it had plaques on the room doors.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes. Didn't you have some famous room that you were in?
Yeah, somebody famous.
I've stayed there before.
Yes.
I know exactly
What's the name of the hotel? Well, I can't remember. Is it the...
It'll come to us. I don't know.
Something Grove, I think.
Yeah, Oak Grove.
Oak Grove? Grosvenor's or...
No, it's not Grosvenor. Anyway, people are like on their like podcast right now. I know what it is. It's blah.
I'll go Google it.
Yeah, I know, right? But I had Boris Brishnikov. He's the ballet dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's who I had. Everybody on the...
Oh, Mikhail Brishnikov.
Brishnikov. It's whatever that. So it was whatever...
one of those names.
Yeah. So it was whatever the famous Russian ballet dancer was in my room. So anybody famous that stayed there, and I don't know what is famous. I mean, was your name put on the door after you stayed there?
No.
No.
I wasn't famous.
You weren't the IA president yet.
No.
Right?
It is the Grove Park Inn.
Grove Park.
Inn.
Thanks for looking that up.
Thank you. Yeah, Grove Park
I knew
Inn.
as soon as I saw it, I would.
It was a gorgeous area. And I remember they had a piano bar downstairs. Remember that, Warren? They had a piano bar downstairs. This had to be 8-9 years ago.
And the folks from TOCA, some of them bring their musical instruments, guitars, and
That's
they do
right.
like a sing along down at the bar, and they go for a run in the morning. It's a really neat group of folks.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, Mary, so what do you think? So, you said it's your first irrigation show.
Yes.
What has impressed you the most so far?
Just the amazing. I haven't had a chance to walk the show floor just yet, but the presentations, like Kristin was saying, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I just went to the one I just got done with was Brent Meacham's talk, and he was talking about.
Brent used to be one of the regulars on this podcast, and we're going to try to get him recorded tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there.
Well, he just makes everything so clear. He explains everything
great.
really well. He's talking about how we have all these regulations and stuff, but he said it's actually an opportunity. You should look at it as an opportunity. It's not doom and gloom. You can actually. It's an opportunity for obviously for contractors to help their clients save water and achieve the goals of saving water, which apparently is something that we're going to all have to do.
Yeah.
And, it's quite interesting.
That's great. Anne, have you done the new product judging yet?
Oh, I got to be a part yesterday for the first time ever. I got to be a part of the new product contest judging for ag irrigation products and ag specialty products, and that was fascinating. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's neat because we probably had maybe 10 or so ag products and then probably about 5 ag specialty products. And these are neat because these are products that have just been introduced to the market in the last year. So they're really very new, and the manufacturers, the inventors of these products were there. They had 5 minutes to present to judges, which, let's be honest, 5 minutes is not very long when you have created a product that you're excited about. And it was awesome watching them explain it. Then the judges asked some questions. Of course, I thought they were all winners.
That's a good diplomatic answer, Anne. That's very good.
Well, and I know the winner, and it is...
I heard the judges had some pretty in-depth discussions, though. I did hear that from talking to Brent.
So you know the winner, huh?
That was great, yeah.
They'll be announced tomorrow at the general sessions. Good.
Yeah, and it's exciting. I think deserving winners. It's great because, you see all these products that the whole focus is to make growers their lives easier, more efficient, more productive, more profitable, save more water, but it's a whole span of, everything from sprinklers to filtration to technology to apps, it runs the gamut, but it all has one purpose, to make, irrigation more efficient and, to help the grower.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Good.
I loved it.
Good.
So stay tuned tomorrow.
Yes, they'll be announced during the general session tomorrow, and we're also giving out our other awards. So we have 2 Vanguard awards that we're giving out, as well as our, I'm drawing a blank now. Jim Clauser's the winner. The Industry Achievement Award is the other one, as well as our Excellence in Education Award to Franklin Gowdy. It's also, I can say that because those were announced back in July. So we're very excited to recognize those projects and people as well. So
and we get to welcome the new 2019 incoming Irrigation Association president,
which is Ed Santaloon. And I'll tell you what, man, I cannot wait to get him on the podcast. That guy is a hoot.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing. He's a hoot. I
It's one of
can't
those
wait.
things.
He is, I enjoy talking to him all the time.
You don't enjoy talking to
No.
me?
Like, I can't wait. I know, it's kind of like you're a little bit
That's all
too
right.
enthusiastic there,
Warren,
Sean.
Yeah, I think I
You
just
and
went
I
up my
are
welcome.
like brothers.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, John.
So, yes, that is a compliment. I consider you a friend more than a colleague.
I
So
appreciate
that is the truth.
Likewise.
Yes.
Feelings
So,
are mutual.
Yes. So,
Enough of the tears.
well, I know, right? So,
Those are for tomorrow.
Those are for tomorrow. Let's see if I can't get this music back up and going here. So there we go. All right, so we're going to end this podcast. Hopefully we'll be back on later on, today or tomorrow probably, and I'll drag at least one of you back with me. Hopefully we get Brent out here too. Maybe during the closing night party tomorrow night, we'll have a cocktail and then get on the podcast. See what happens there, right?
That'll be interesting.
Would that be all right? Is that okay, Warren? You're my boss's boss. If you say it's okay, it's okay.
I trust you.
The FCC doesn't oversee podcasts.
They don't?
No. So we're okay. See, Mary knows. She's from the radio. So yeah. This is not what we call a blue podcast, though, so I don't cuss in the podcast. That's only real life. All right. Hey, good luck, Kristin.
Thank you.
Have fun
Hope
today,
to
all
see
right?
everybody there.
Yeah. No, I will be there. You going to that?
That's during my rehearsal.
Oh, that's
tomorrow.
right.
I will be there.
You will be there. Okay, I'll stop by too. All right. Mary, grab the mic.
Yes.
Don't be a stranger. We'll have you call in once in a while, all right?
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bring water life.